and crossed every T. David, thank you. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off-season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Hands it from downtown.
Well, Gordon Hayward unafraid to be aggressive with his three-point shot. This guy has a ton of confidence in that jumper.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Knocked loose and stolen by Tatum. Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Richardson against Tatum. Richardson, no luck.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
From deep, Walker. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a three-point game. Richardson, no luck.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
They get it again. Tries again. Tatum's shot is off. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Harris. Pass to Horford. Ball's knocked loose. Lock at 6. They shoot again. That one misses. Great D that time from Tatum.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Richardson outside. And there's the pass to Harris. Trying to end the drought, and the layup is up and in. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
The kick out to Tatum. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers trail by 5. Harris inside. Defended by Hayward. Pass to Richardson. Here's Simmons. Misses from close range.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Tatum's shot is off. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Cleveland. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. Coming off a terrific season, 10th in scoring, and he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. From the arc, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
Walker against Simmons. Harris outside. Rebound, Boston. And they're starting off the season playing Philadelphia here.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Walker the pass to Hayward. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher. And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
I think it's easy to admire everything Gordon Hayward brings to the table. This guy can score at all 3 levels, and he can also defend. He's crucial to this team. Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
That free throw, no good. And Doris, you talk about when Gordon Hayward is playing his best. What makes him, in your mind, so special?
Well, when he's right physically, he can be a go-to offensive weapon, Kevin. This guy is the true definition of triple threat, right? He can pick you apart with his passing, with his shooting, and also off the dribble drive. Boy, when he's right, he is tough to stop.
Good on the second free throw.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Celtics leading by 7. The dish to Walker. Back to Hayward, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Jason Tatum. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Simmons kicks to Harris. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Brown. And a wide open look for Walker. Boston, no good that time either. The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Simmons. Shot clock at 6. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Walker the pass to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Good D by Embiid. 76ers shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. And it's Simmons penetrating. That one goes in.
And Simmons is so deft with the floater, freezing the D completely.
Simmons against Walker. Here's the teardrop. No good that time.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. Knocked away. Stolen by Smart. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Well, that's a case, Kevin, where Marcus Smart is anticipating that pass. He jumps into the passing lane and uses his terrific speed. That's beautiful.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler. Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Ojale is checked in for Brown. And it's Edwards in for Kemba Walker. 3 on the clock. Here's Ennis. It's deflected. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now Edwards. Passes it to Cantor. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Scott. And the shot goes in. And it's a 9-point Celtic lead. And here are the 76ers now. And here is Burke to the inside. Pass to Thibault. Over Edwards. The 76ers with another miss. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Ojale. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Ennis taking his time here. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Cantor. Outside, Smart. No good there. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Thibault. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, when you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane that you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
The first free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Edwards passes to Williams. And here's Cantor. And the pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Burke. Edwards defending. Clock at 6. Burke kicks to Ennis. Tipped away. Stolen by Cantor. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Ojale. And the three off target. And it's Ennis with the ball for the 76ers. Trailing by 10. O'Quinn the pass to Thibault. O'Quinn with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Wanamaker. Sweet little floater. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Thibault. Now here's Ennis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Boston making a switch here. Williams has checked in. No good on the second free throw. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
A minute 20 left to play here in the first. Passes it to Thibault. Scott with the ball. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Celtics leading by 11. Now Edwards. Out left to the wing. There's the triple. Scott pulls it in. There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Enes. Pass to Thibault. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and that one's good. Burke.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. There's the pass to Wanamaker. That's tipped, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Kanter, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Here's Thibault. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign with Philadelphia.
What put me over the edge to make this switch is just the depth that I saw with this team. It's an up-and-coming young team that we have a chance to be good for many, many years, and it was something I wanted to be a part of.
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Celtics, Tatum out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Edwards. And it's Wanamaker in at the 2.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
Thibault, the pass to Burke. Now here's Ennis. Fires for three. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Tatum. Three-pointer. Rebound by Ennis. The 76ers trail by 6. Pass to Thibault. Just 4 to shoot. On target from 13 feet. Thibault's got 7.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Timeout. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Timeout called the 76ers. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Edwards. The 76ers trail by 7. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Passes to Horford. Richardson outside. The drive by Simmons. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 4th, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Here's Wanamaker. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Brown. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And now it's a 10-point Celtic lead.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
Pass to Harris for the 3. Kept alive. Here's Embiid, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
First one falls for him. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Walker dishes to Brown. Smart passes to Brown. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Harris. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown. He kicks it to Walker. The pass to Williams. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Smart. Here's the floater. And Embiid with the block. Right side Simmons. And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Brown the pass to Smart. And the rejection by Embiid. Simmons against Walker. And it's Simmons penetrating. Can't hit the step back jump shot. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And here's Walker outside. And Simmons with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Knocks it loose. Passes it to Embiid. Out to Harris. Second chance shot. Horford no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Richardson attacking. Back to Simmons. Floats one. Nice D from Williams.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Brown outside. Offline with his 3. The 76ers trail by 8. And it's Harris off the drive. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides. And he fits nicely next to Embiid.
And he makes the first. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the
A substantial, towering presence. Simmons creates second chance opportunities night in and night out.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Walker's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Inside, and a dunk by Horford.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Walker finds Hayward. Good D by Embiid.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Out to Harris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And he can't get the first one. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And he sinks the second.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Looking to get it going, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this is how Al Horford gets it done as a rim protector. His anticipation and his positioning are exceptional.
The 76ers trail by 4. Richardson outside. Outside, Simmons. And it's blocked. And stolen by Simmons. It's blocked. Richardson against Smart. Kicks it to Hayward. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
And that one misses. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Celtics leading by 3. Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Outside Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Wanamaker's got 8.
That's his 2nd bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Williams against Simmons. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Al Horford. And it's James Ennison for Josh Richardson. And then for Boston, Cantor comes in for Daniel Tice. And it's Edwards in for Smart. The 76ers have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. He misses the free throw.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
And this is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
Now the pass to Edwards. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Outside, Simmons. The fadeaway. The shot will not fall. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Edwards with it. 5 points in the game. And O'Quinn sends it back.
Just such nice timing by O'Quinn on that block.
Simmons. And Boston with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Edwards passes to Cantor. Here's Williams. Nice D from Scott. The 76ers trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Boston's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Ogilvy, that's good.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
1:49 left in the first half. Now here's Ennis. Pass to Simmons. And Scott now, top of the key. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
And the first one drops. Tatum, he's checked in for Semi Ojeleye. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:27 left here in the second. Here's Thibault. He's got 7. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Tatum's shot is off.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Looking to end the run. Thibault can't get it to go.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Edwards passes to Tatum. Now Cantor. Pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Tatum. Over Ennis. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
What a polished scorer is Jason Tatum. Use your physical gifts and get to work.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shot from 12. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's Thibault. To the wing right side. And the wing jumper offline.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And so it's Boston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Out in front at the half is Boston. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what do you think?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics leading by 16. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Back to Tatum. Knocked loose. Embiid with the steal. For the finish, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Brown outside. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his third assist on the night. The 76ers trail by 16. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the third pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step, For him, it's all about aggressiveness, bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
From deep, Walker. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris dishes to Richardson. He kicks it to Horford. Brown against Richardson. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by Brown.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Richardson against Brown. Richardson, no luck.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both. Celtics leading by 15. Outside, Walker. There's the pass to Hayward. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Horford.
Well, his body has grown, and Gordon Hayward has now become a physical force. He excels at getting to the line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. The first one falls.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Hayward hits them both. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Horford finds Richardson. Back to Horford. 6 to shoot. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Hayward. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Embiid.
Well, I love Gordon Hayward's tenacity in the low post. This guy's energy earns him a trip to the stripe.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw drops for Hayward. Boston making some changes. Robert Williams comes in for Daniel Tice, and Smart subbed in for Walker. Hayward hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Passes it to Harris. Simmons inside. Guarded by Smart. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Embiid. Horford trying to free himself up. Fast break, here they come. And stolen by Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Two.
That's good from Richardson. Russ, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. The 76ers trail by 17. Pass to Simmons. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Harris. Great showing for him last season. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 8 rebounds and 2 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And here is Williams. No points in the game yet for him. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Simmons on the wing, guarded by Smart. Brown against Richardson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Hayward finds Smart. Back to Hayward. Cantor with it. Can't hit that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. Richardson against Brown. Nails the baby hook. And it's 6 points for Josh Richardson.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Poke loose. Simmons against Smart. The kick out to Tatum. Over Horford. Tatum's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 6. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Brown kicks to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
This guy a sensational shooter. It doesn't take a lot of separation for Jason Tatum to put it in the basket.
Timeout called the 76ers. Well, guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. He had a strong showing last season, 14th in rebounding, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Smart, the shot's good. Brown making the play. Smart's got 6.
And, Kev, I think it's crucial that Marcus Smart be able to drain these mid-range shots, right? He does a great job squaring himself up.
Burke looking over the floor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And that one falls for Burke. Boston making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Burke hits them both. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Tatum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now Burke, he has 5. Outside Scott. Down low, stolen by Smart. To the inside, Tatum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Make no mistake, this is a fundamentally sound player. Jason Tatum skilled at drawing contact.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And the first one at the line is good.
What's incredible to me is the first time Jason Tatum stepped between the lines as an NBA player, he had a willingness to take on the responsibility of being a go-to scorer, even in the tough moments.
And so Tatum nails them both. The 76ers trail by 21. Burke, the pass to Scott. Back to Burke. Six on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Boston leading by 21.
Who's got Walker?
Walker dishes to Brown. Smart kicks to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shots good by Walker.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Here's Burke. 5 points in the game. Dishes to Embiid. Here's Thibault. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The Celtics have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That one is off. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. He hits the second from the line.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Smart. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Boston called for the foul. First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Walker. He's got 9. To the paint. And Brown throws it down.
How fantastic is Jaylen Brown getting the position he wants deep inside, easily slams it home.
Burke, the pass to Embiid. out to Harris. Back to Embiid. Over Tice. And Embiid gets it to go. And Boston has possession. Walker the pass to Cantor. He dishes it to Brown from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Scott's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The pass to Embiid. Back to Burke. Lets it go. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's blocked by Scott. Here's Harris. Rebounded by the Celtics. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Brown. And that's 11 points for Kemba Walker.
Ends the move with a whisper instead of a bang, going to the finger roll.
Scott finds Burke. And here's Embiid. No good from outside.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
There's Walker with the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Here's Walker. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's Brown missing. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Here's Thibault. It's deflected. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers. Ben Simmons comes in for Burke. Puts it up off the inbound. Leans. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
And Simmons is just the total package. I mean, a player that can really dish it to his teammates.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Ball's knocked loose. Austin with the ball. And the foul on Mike Scott. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's good from Kemba Walker.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And so it's Boston in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision making at every position.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Enes Kanter is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward. Richardson dishes to Simmons. 13 feet away. Rebound Boston. Tice has got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart passes to Walker. There's the dish to Kanter. Back to Walker. Launches a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Simmons on the wing. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's 10 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Walker finds Hayward. And here's Tice, guarded by Harris. To the wing on the left. Hayward against Scott. The 11-footer. That one off the back iron and out. The 76ers trail by 19. Harris passes to Simmons. Back to Harris. Over Walker. Harris misses.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Hayward can hit. Here's Richardson, and good that time. Richardson's got 10 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Al Horford is checked in for Mike Scott. And the Celtics also making a change. Tatum's checked in. Celtics leading by 17. Walker with it. Pass to Tice. And stolen by Horford. Fast break, Philadelphia. Harris has got the ball. Makes it off the glass. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter. And the Celtics with possession here. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Smart kicks to Walker. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And that's 15 points for Walker.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Boston called for the foul.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
He's off on the first. And that defensive pressure of Smart will wear you down, Doris, over the course of a game.
Kevin, it takes its toll because his combination of athleticism, strength, and motor makes him an absolute monster on the defensive end.
And he can't hit the second. Celtics leading by 18. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And he banks in the layup.
How about Marcus Smart keeps his balance even with the defense in his grill? That is really nicely done.
Simmons against Walker. Here's the hook. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Embiid with the block. Harris drives in. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Walker the pass to Tice. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Tatum against Harris. Takes a 3. Smart misses.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. One-on-one here. Here's Harris. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 20. Poked away. And now the 76ers on the break. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Simmons.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Walker against Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Embiid. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
That's good from Walker.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Kemba Walker hits them both. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
No good from Simmons. Celtics leading by 20. Inside, and stolen by Richardson. And now the 76ers on the break. Richardson's running. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Here's Walker. From 6 feet out, he nails it. Walker's got 19 points.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
With the teardrop, no good from Simmons.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Now here's Walker. Smart finds Hayward. 5 to shoot. Walker in the corner. Misses the 3. The 76ers trail by 19. Here's Harris, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. And he knocks down the first one. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Brown outside. No good with the triple.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful. Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Back to Walker. Changes up. The shot off that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. Kicks to Richardson. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. The shot that time not on target. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Over to the left wing. And here's Walker outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Passes it to Richardson. Some solid defense from Brown. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The lead is 15.
Some athleticism on display. Jason Tatum, the speed, the strides on the drive.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Back to Simmons. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Tatum. From 17 feet out, it's hauled in by Richardson.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Out to Harris. And they call an illegal screen here.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Celtics leading by 17. Now Walker. Ball's knocked loose. Over Simmons. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Tatum. Walker's got 21 in the game. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the 76ers call time here. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Richardson outside. Back to Simmons. Shot from 12. Good on the jump shot. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
I think Simmons' understanding of the game is off the charts. He has a great feel and awareness on the court.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Here's Walker. Drills the baseline jumper. Walker's got 23 points.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
Pass to Tice. To the middle. Here's Tatum. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Harris inside. Defended by Hayward. Harris no good. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Boston.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Kemba Walker.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Al Horford. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Richardson. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Tobias Harris. That one misses for Simmons. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The drive by Green. The teardrop falls in. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Let's go! Come on!
Here's Simmons. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Here is Edwards. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, very nice win for you guys tonight.
You know, just proud of the way we fought. I thought we shared the basketball pretty well tonight. Played pretty solid defense as well. Got the win, so.
Great effort tonight, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.